Hey guys, I'm going to walk you through your food web project for this week. So in Module 10, you're going to have your class packet and your food web project. So you'll click on your food web project in Module 10, and it'll pop up a Google Slides presentation for you. You'll have your directions on your first page, and then an example from Miss Santerre on the next two slides. This is an example of what yours should look like when you're done. I'm going to walk through how to do this in a demonstration to help you out. So I'll start with my directions, and I have found a slide I want to do. I'm going to do the demonstration slide because I don't want to do one that you're going to do. And the first step is write your name at the top of the slide. So I'm going to write my first and last name. Next, you're going to click on your slide anywhere, so you're not in any boxes, and hold down Control and click A as in apple, let go. Click Control again, hold it down, and click C as in cat. Then go to your next slide, click anywhere, hold down Control again, and click V. Next, you can get rid of your name. We don't need it on both sides. And you're ready to start your food web. So what you need to do next is add arrows to create a food web showing the flow of energy. You'll label each organism as a producer, herbivore, omnivore, or carnivore. And if you're unsure what one of the organisms eats, you're going to Google it. In yours, you're going to have 7 different food web ecosystems to choose from. You're required to do one. Any additional ones you do are going to be extra credit. In yours, you're going to have the names of all your organisms, so you can Google, does the Arctic hare eat the caribou? Does the Arctic willow eat the krill? Etc. So what I like to do, and I'm just going to think out loud, is I like to first think, what are my producers? What are my herbivores? What are my omnivores? What are my carnivores? So I know that plants are producers, so I'm going to go ahead and put those kind of down here. Oops, I'm in the wrong slide. My bad. So I know that plants are producers, so I'll put them down here. I know that snakes and tigers, or jaguars, cheetahs, one of those, are carnivores. I know insects are herbivores. I actually do know parrots are herbivores as well, but if you didn't, you should look it up. But I'm not too sure about these 4. Again, if you're unsure what one organism eats, you should Google it. So for the sake of time, I'm just going to Google, what does a frog eat? Or what role does a frog play in the ecosystem? Or is a frog a herbivore, omnivore, or carnivore? So you'd open a new slide and you'd type, are frogs carnivores? Frogs and toads are carnivorous, meaning yes, they are carnivores. So now that I know that, I have to think, what animal could the frog eat? The only animal small enough is this insect, so I'm going to put him near the insect. I also like to move my title away so I can have a little more room. After you have all of your animals kind of figured out what they eat and what role they play, you should give them labels. The way you do that is you'll click on the box, you'll click Control C and then Control V to copy and paste. And you're going to go ahead and label all your organisms. So I'm going to do that real quick. I looked up my bat, I looked up my monkey, and I looked up my bird. And I learned that all 3 of those are herbivores. Again, if you don't know what something eats, it's your responsibility to do the research. Just so this video is not super long, I'm not going to do all that right now. I just learned that my frog is a carnivore. And I also know that my snake and cheetah are carnivores. I'm not sure what an iguana is actually. I'm going to double check and not just guess. So again, I'm going to go to Google. Are iguanas omnivores? Because we actually don't have an omnivore in our food web yet. And look, they're classed as omnivores. So I'm going to give that guy my omnivore label. What you're going to do after this is start adding your arrows. Remember, your arrows show the flow of energy. The way you do that is you come up here, you click down on that little arrow, and you click arrow. Then you're going to start drawing. So you'll hold down and drag your mouse to where that energy is going. You'll have to click on it each time for a new arrow. So I know my son is going to both my producers, but are both my herbivores eating both my producers? That's something that you need to look up. I know that the herbivore, this leaf insect, does not eat flowers. He just eats leaves. So he's only going to have an arrow like this. Whereas I know this parrot eats both of these producers, so it will have arrows from both of them. You're going to continue adding your arrows, overlapping them until you have something that looks like this. So looking at this, you can see that our iguana eats our leaf insect, our banana tree, and that's it. So you can see how that guy has both insects and producers. You can see this carnivore, our cheetah, eats both parrots and the monkeys. However, the snake eats the iguana, the parrots, the insect, the bat, so many, and the frog. So you can see how these different organisms interact with one another. Again, you will have 7 different ones to choose from, and you have the option to do as many as you want. 1 is required. After you finish your food webs, you need to come back to your packet, take a glance at this rubric. This is what I'll be using to grade you, and complete these follow-up questions. And make sure you're also doing the stop and jot. So again, watch this video again if you need some help. I am here for you if you need help, and let us know. You got this. Can't wait to see your food webs.